4:25. It's been exactly an hour. Hello and welcome back to the football chat. We're finally back. Is that how we intro it?
I don't know. Just tell me
You're new, innit? You're new, innit?
I'm new.
Welcome.
Wait, is this
That's the intro. That's how we roll. Welcome back. It's Football Chat Podcast.
Hi.
We just talk. Our producer doesn't know what he's doing. He's panicking, but we're going.
He's been eating this whole time, to be fair. Fuck. We're going to swear
here. Yeah. Swearing's fun. Obviously, for all of you fans who know, we are now without our prestigious ex-co-host now, GM19. He left us because he loves money, basically. Right, that's a joke. If you're a GM19 fan, do not take that to heart.
Do not unsubscribe.
It's fine. Do not unsubscribe. This is Harvey. Are you happy to be here?
Yeah.
You don't look it.
I've actually been waiting like 5-6 months for this.
5-6 months, you're buzzing. We're finally back. It feels good to be back. It's been about a month. Still on post on the Instagram though, so go over and follow that. Should be in the description. But yeah, we should probably
get started.
Get on with the podcast. First topic, obviously, last night, Tottenham versus Chelsea at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Yes, sir.
It was 3-0, wasn't it? Big performance from the Blues. Tottenham once again look awful defensively. Did you watch the game?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you look like you watched the game. Did you watch the highlights?
Well, you watched me watch the highlights about 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, solid. So obviously, you would have seen who scored.
Rudiger, Kante and Thiago Silva.
Yeah,
that's the backwards order, but 3 defensive players.
Yeah, and obviously they spent so much, I'm a Chelsea fan, don't know, so much money on the attack, about 200 mil, and all our defenders scored.
Yeah, I mean, Kante, let's just say Mount coming off at the half-time really helped the team, you know.
Masterclass. Thomas Tuchel masterclass. Kante shored the midfield a bit, and that allowed them to play forwards. I think it was very disappointing, the performance from Mount and Havertz. They weren't very good at all. But obviously bringing Kante on, it changed the game, went to 2 up front, and absolutely dominated them. And it puts Tottenham even further down the table. They're only 3 points now ahead of Arsenal.
Who? Tottenham?
Yeah, which is mental. Because Arsenal had a terrible start of the season. Tottenham were top after 3 games. Arsenal were bottom. And now there's just 3 points between them. And they play next week.
Tottenham and Arsenal both do.
Tottenham, yes. No, they play each other next week. On Sunday, it's at the Emirates. Not a clue. But yeah, well, I imagine since Tottenham played at home this week. But yeah, why are you so smiley?
I'm figuring out where
Our
it is.
producer's quality.
It's at the
where is it?
Emirates.
Emirates Stadium. So yeah, they should be.
What?
They should. I mean, who do you think's going to win?
Arsenal.
You think Arsenal?
Tottenham's attack is honestly so shocking. Harry Kane,
Could it be Kane's time to finally show up? Obviously, he's not been very present this season. Missed a few games because he was just
too busy about Manchester City
training.
Pep's bald head. But now, maybe if he finds his form, then maybe he'll be considered the best striker in the world again. But you know,
right now he's not the best.
After 4 games and 0 goals with the people he's been playing.
I don't think he's played all 4 us. He's only played.
No, he's played like 2, I think.
Well, there's been 5 games, but yeah, he's only played like 2 or 3. But he's definitely missed the opener where Tottenham won. Yeah. That was actually a shocking victory. Tottenham only scored 3 goals this season. Arsenal only scored 2. I imagine it'll be a low-scoring affair. Probably a 1-1 draw, maybe.
Probably. Maybe Kane not being in the team is what Tottenham actually need.
I do think allowing Son to shine, though, is good.
I mean,
I think if they are going to win, it's going to be thanks to Heung-min Son. But Arsenal have players similar, like Odegaard. Obviously, came up with a free kick goal at the weekend. You've got Smith Rowe, Saka.
I've got some young players.
Even Aubameyang. Yeah, it's a very young squad. Aubameyang, not so young, but it's a very young squad. They will take the fight to Tottenham because Tottenham are looking poor at the moment. Nuno had a decent start.
I like
a lot
him.
of Tottenham managers. I like him. Yeah, and then they also drew with Rennes as well. So a lot of people liking Nuno for the first 3 games, and then a little bit more wary considering they've now been.
Yeah, but there's Chelsea.
They lost obviously to
Chelsea.
No, the week before.
Yeah, I remember.
Can't remember who they played, but they lost.
I do. They played.
Wasn't it Brighton?
No, you're wrong. It was Crystal Palace, and they got.
That's it. 3-0.
The one where Tanganga got sent off.
Yeah, but for them to lose 2 games in a row, 3-0 after such a good start, it's not great for Tottenham. And now going into a London derby, Arsenal on the back of 2 wins. Yes, they're 1-0, but they're wins nonetheless.
Against Burnley and Norwich, though, the 2 teams that are predicted
clubs
to go down.
Nah, they're both going to win the league somehow.
Yeah, after beating Arsenal.
Yeah, Arsenal on the run, 2 wins now, whereas Tottenham 2 3-0 losses, 2 thumpings at the hands of London rivals. I don't know. Form says they're both awful, so.
But they just are both awful. They're definitely the worst 2 London clubs.
I think man for man, Tottenham probably better and will probably edge it
on paper. But when it comes,
then Arsenal could show up a surprise. It's a London derby. They might be up for it. They weren't up for it against Chelsea or City a few weeks ago, but it is Tottenham.
That is Chelsea and City.
Derby. Yeah, they're probably the favourites going into the season. But I'd say now
behind Liverpool,
City not as much.
Nah,
I'd say City are 4th now behind Chelsea, United, Liverpool. I think they're the 3 main contenders. I think City cannot compete with that striker, which is something we will get onto.
Yes.
You know what? Might as well segue into that now. What? So yeah, 5.
That's a number, isn't it?
I know, but yeah, City
and
looking decent, but then didn't score against Southampton, and they drew with someone else as well.
Who? Chelsea.
They played Chelsea this weekend.
Oh, Man City.
A big clash. City drew with.
I think it was. Yeah.
Obviously, packed in Arsenal and Norwich.
Yeah, I mean that's expected.
Oh no, they lost to Tottenham on the opener. So they've lost to Tottenham, won the 3 games there, and then they obviously drew with Southampton on the weekend. It's a very good performance from the Saints, who I think are a decent side. I mean, obviously they lost 9-0 twice in the last calendar year, but I think they are a good side, especially with. I like Ralph Hasenhüttl. Valentino Livramento's coming from Chelsea relatively cheap, and he's actually been very solid for him. Challenging Walker Peters. He's also in my fantasy team because he's very cheap. But City
need a striker. They didn't get Kane in the transfer window, which they wanted to get, and I mean I think it's a good considering what he's been doing for Tottenham recently.
But well, I think he's very low on confidence. You know, a lot of the Tottenham fans hated him after his training a few times.
Still hate him after this performance.
And I don't think he's up there. He's not confident. He's not happy, and he doesn't want to be there. So he's not going to play as well.
Yeah.
City look like they need him. They have scored. They have won 2 games 5-0 or 5-1, whatever it was, against Arsenal and Norwich. But then they struggle to score against Southampton. Obviously, they beat Leipzig as well, 6-3. So it looks like they don't struggle to score. But then against Southampton, they didn't. And it was very evident they missed that out-and-out striker.
Against Southampton, playing Sterling up front. You know Sterling, when he gets touched, he's not going to keep going and try and score. He's going to fall over. And they got Leo Grealish on the left, who's going to do the exact same thing.
It's interesting, though, that they keep playing Jesus, their only striker, on the wing.
I know.
But he is doing well there, picked up a few assists. He's near the top of the assist charts, I believe.
They got Torres as well, who can do a job.
Ferran Torres has done well through the middle, and I do think he is a better option than Sterling.
Yeah.
Sterling's much more of a winger. He goes down very easily, which is good for a winger, but for a striker, you kind of need him to be more strong,
like a
solid.
Kane build.
Knock the ball off to the side.
He's not doing it right now, but normally he can shoot and score.
Kane drops off the ball, helps out the midfield, and then
especially in the Euros,
gets into the box and gets the goals. But he has not been doing that for Tottenham, and it's been Son they've relied on.
Probably because of City drama, transfer news.
But yeah, I mean, does this mean Kane is out of the Golden Boot fight? Not yet, but he is already 3 goals behind both Lukaku and Ronaldo. And he's already 4 behind Antonio, Salah and Bruno. 33 games left. Obviously he could score in every one and then tops the Golden Boot. But I think the fact he hasn't scored yet, the fact he doesn't look happy at Tottenham, I don't think he's really in the fight this year.
Yeah, he's not really going to get many goals. If you move to City, if you move to City, you get a lot more.
He gains some of his confidence.
You'd have Grealish behind him and Bernardo Silva and Gundogan giving him through balls. But right now, who's he stuck with? Lucas Moura.
The Tottenham side looks.
It's alright.
Poor in places on paper, but then in others it looks very good. Like Sergio Reguilon is a decent little left back. Son's an excellent player. Brian Hill is a very exciting young prospect. Lloris is a good keeper. I mean, I don't rate him as much. I think he is overrated, but he is still a good keeper. But then in other spots, you just got Jack Tanganga flying in with rugby tackles and stuff. You've got, I mean, Højbjerg's been one of their best players.
Yeah, I like him. I like him a lot.
And he's a brute. He's a destroyer. He will win you the ball back, and then that allows other players to actually play. So He's been one of their better players. Tottenham struggling though. City also struggling.
Yeah, I mean City. I think when they got rid of Aguero, they were thinking we can get on the striker.
They were expecting to bring in Kane,
but then
Haaland, someone like
they
that.
They focused on all those big players that they didn't think, what if we don't get them because they don't want to move.
And to be honest, I think Grealish is 100 mil wasted.
Yeah.
It was a great bit of business for Villa because they brought in Leon Bailey, who's excellent. Brought in Danny Ings, who's done well, and Buendia looked well when he played. Obviously, he's now been out for a few games because of that whole weird Argentina COVID situation. But yeah, I think Villa massively profited out of that. It's 100 mil, which is ridiculous for Jack Grealish, in my opinion, especially when City have so many wingers. And that's 100 mil they could have invested in a striker. Yeah. They could have gone out, given Dortmund the ridiculous amount of money they wanted for Haaland, and had a proven goal scorer. I mean, Haaland's his stats are ridiculous. 68 goals, I believe it is, in 67 games. Which is just unheard of.
And he's a youngster as well.
Generation.
He's a young player as well.
He's a very young player.
It's not like Ronaldo.
Still got room to improve.
Yeah.
And yet he is just absolutely smashing the Bundesliga. But I think the most obvious place for him to go now is City. Yeah. City need a striker. He's going to be available next season for just 66 mil.
It's mad. Which
is ridiculous. And yeah, obviously his dad used to play for City. It makes a lot of sense. But will he... I don't know who else is on the table, because Chelsea have got Lukaku now, so I imagine they're off. Equally, Lukaku and Haaland together could be mental. Our producer suggested Leeds as a suggestion for Haaland. It's not completely out the window. He said he'd like to play for him, but I imagine he'll go to a big club and then he'll go to somewhere like
Haaland's
Leeds.
A Leeds.
Yeah, it's because he said he wants to go there because that's where he's born. Oh yeah. So I imagine he'll play for him one day, but I imagine that'll be when he's 37,
maybe
something like that.
Maybe
goes back as Zlatan, like he goes there and guides them up the league.
Maybe if Leeds can become like
Champions League football, or
they can do like a West Ham or a Leicester, come from like
I think they certainly can
mid-table to.
Bielsa's a fantastic manager,
making them pick up litter.
Yes, that's actually how you be a good manager. But yeah, he's a very good manager. Leeds do play very exciting football. They've got some exciting players like Rafinha and that. Obviously, Haaland won't be joining though for a good 10 years at least, unless Leeds do some madness.
With a Bamford up top.
Yeah, Bamford just gets 40 goals and they win the league. Then Haaland might join and form the best strike partnership in history. But if not, he's going somewhere big. Barca can't afford him. Real are focused on Mbappe, but I think they could get both.
Mbappe's Liverpool. Well, I'm here. And Bellingham.
Yeah, Bellingham's actually a good shout as well, but Haaland could go Liverpool. That is something I've seen discussed, but it doesn't seem like a Liverpool transfer. Liverpool tend to sign players who are
below the radar,
under the radar, underrated, bring them in, and they do well. Salah, Jota, Mane, and develop them.
Yeah, but sometimes they don't work, like Minamino. Shaqiri was alright.
They looked at a front three of Hwang Hee-chan, Minamino and Haaland and went for Minamino. That was the stupidest decision, but
he did play very well against us.
Yeah. Would you like, obviously you're a Liverpool fan, you guys run out.
I mean, I have a Barca shirt on, but
huge Liverpool fan here with his Barca shirt on. But
4-0.
Would you like Haaland at Liverpool?
Yeah, obviously. Anyone's better than Firmino. Firmino, defensive striker.
It's a no-brainer, isn't it?
Yeah, because
Haaland's ridiculous.
We'll have Haaland, Salah, and Mane.
Firmino and Cam?
I'd rather Thiago there, to be honest. But with
Thiago's deeper, isn't he?
Yeah, but still, he can play those balls through. Firmino can't really shoot for his life at the moment. He hasn't scored a goal.
That's not his job, is it? Firmino's job is to hold the ball up and bring Salah and Mane into the attack, which I think he does very well.
Yeah, but if we have an actual striker that can score, no offence to him, but if we have a striker that can score, we'll get so many more goals.
Yeah, but you need a creative midfielder as well, then.
We have Thiago can. We lost him. Fuck.
Yeah, Wijnaldum was your kind of get in the box.
Oxlade-Chamberlain.
If the Ox remontada, Haaland as well could form a fantastic little partnership. Him chipping the ball over the top.
Lallana's at Brighton, lad.
Yeah. Bring him back.
Recall him.
Some Lallana remontada as well.
We could if we get like someone like Henderson, he's defensive, but still he can play those balls through.
Yeah, no, Henderson is old though.
Yeah, he's definitely past his prime. if he was
We're
ever
getting
a
other
Prem.
suggestions as well. Harvey
He's
Elliott.
got a broken leg at the moment.
No, I know, but we're talking full fit side here.
Yeah, he's young. He's like,
not going to have a
how old
broken
is he?
leg
He's
forever.
18, is he?
Something like that. He's really young. Yeah, he's the youngest player ever to play in the Premier League, I believe, when he came on for Fulham.
Yeah,
in the Prem.
He's 18 years old.
18, something like that.
18 years old, and he's doing well. He started.
Yeah, it was gutting to see the injury because he was putting together good run of performances. So, yeah,
he does very much create chances.
I don't know. I didn't see. I mean, yeah, you see that he's got 0 assists.
But that's not his job at the moment, though. Like Firmino, it's not his job. His job is to give it to Firmino. Well, Firmino's injured at the moment.
And Firmino gives it to Salah.
Yeah, but at the moment we got Jota, and Jota's form's been unreal at the moment.
Jota's actually been.
And he's banging in the goals for us in my fantasy team as usual. But he's banging them in, and he's doing well for us.
Yeah, so I think he's now ahead of Firmino. Well, I don't know. He's just behind him, but he is playing more. Well, Firmino's fit now, isn't he? And they're still playing
Jota because you can't really stop his form because he's not been good like Antonio's form.
And he's linking up really well with Mane and Salah.
Yeah, it's just
and they're all getting a lot of goals. I mean, Mane obvious's just hit 100 Prem goals, isn't it? Liverpool as well.
And then Salah hit it.
Salah hit it. He's now on 9. Is he on 99? Premier League goals for Liverpool now, and then obviously 2 were for Chelsea. So
one more, he's gonna get it on the weekend.
Is he? No. Oh, who are they playing? Brentford. Yeah, hopefully.
We got the FA Cup before then, or the EFL Cup even.
EFL Cup, yeah.
Norwich.
I'm going to that game.
Oh damn!
So there will be bits of content. No, there'll be bits of content on the Instagram. Check that out. That's probably already been there, hasn't it? When this should be out on Wednesday, so that you've already seen that. But go follow the Instagram anyway. Second plug already. But should we move on? What have we got?
Let's do
Should we do Ronaldo, Lukaku? Should we do some strikers?
Yeah, well, consider
we've just been talking about strikers.
Ronaldo, who do you think's better? Who do you think? As a Chelsea fan, I know you're gonna.
So I'm biased.
Yeah, very biased.
Ronaldo is obviously the better player overall. Right now, though, who would I rather have on my team? 100% Romelu Lukaku.
I'd rather have Ronaldo.
Really?
He's been unreal. Well, not unreal, but for United, he's played how many games? 3 or 4?
He's played 3 in the league.
Why is my thing not loading?
He's got 3 in the league. 2 games in the league and 3 goals. 3 games overall and 4 goals.
So yeah, we played 1 game apparently. Well, yeah, 1 game in the Premier League.
He's played 2 Prem games. He played Newcastle and then played this weekend against West Ham. And he scored 3 in that time.
That's good. 2 and 3.
All tap-ins though. How are we going to talk about it?
Yeah, but
I don't like the he's a tap-in merchant. Every goal's a goal. They all count the same. I don't care if you put it as an overhead kick from 40 yards out. At the end of the season, it matters who scored the most goals and not who scored the best goals.
You're being a good striker, getting yourself into that position to get that goal.
It's not American football. You're not slapping it from the halfway line and getting double points for it. Or overhead kicks now skill goals, you get an extra point. But
I'd rather have Ronaldo. Ronaldo, he has so much more experience than Lukaku. He's been playing at high level his whole life, basically.
Yeah, so's Lukaku though.
Yeah, but he's also at Chelsea right now.
Prem or Serie A.
He's at Chelsea, not very high level.
The champions of Europe, mate.
Yeah, but they did it without him.
So what can they do with him?
Nothing, because he's too big for his boots. I'd say.
I think he is. I think Ronaldo is going to be his ego at United is going to be interesting to see how it unfolds.
He's changed.
He's got a massive ego.
Yeah, he's changed United so much.
He's not going to be happy if United don't perform well. And we've already seen them draw. Yeah. Well, they almost drew to West Ham. They lost to Young Boys in the Champions League. Ronaldo visibly distraught in that game.
He did score though. To be fair to him.
He did score and then he was brought off for Lingard, and then Lingard played it through to the Young Boys striker.
But Lingard against West Ham was also very good.
Yeah, that goal was fantastic.
Also,
when he came on. And
West Ham without Antonio.
Yeah, Antonio obviously red carded after the Southampton game. He's been very good this season.
Yeah. I also with the West Ham United game, Mark Noble.
That was disgraceful.
He comes on to. It's like the Euros with.
You
Sancho.
You cannot put a player on to take a penalty completely cold. It's the last minute of the game. The amount of pressure on him to score that is ridiculous, and the fact he's not kicked a ball yet.
Yeah.
The first touch is his penalty. I don't think that's fair. I think that's an awful call, whoever's made that decision, whether it's Moyes, whether it's Noble. They shouldn't have allowed him to go on there.
It's like the Sancho Rashford thing.
Yeah. It's so stupid. Don't do it. You've got players like Ben Rama who can take a penalty and is in my fantasy team.
Same.
And it would have taken points off United.
Actually,
yeah. Annoying. But that's how it goes. I wouldn't do it. I would never put a player on this. He'd never kick the ball. But yeah.
To be fair, he is a good penalty taker. He's composed, but
he hasn't played a single Premier League minute of football until then for about a year, and they throw him on expecting to score a penalty. It's very harsh. But West Ham in general, not as good. They've looked decent at times. Antonio's been very key to that. Ben Rama's been very good. Fornals has looked decent in patches. But then they went and drew with Southampton. I think what we're seeing here is Southampton are really good defensively,
yes,
and no one can score against them.
Or we're just seeing Manchester City without their strikers.
Well, even United, didn't they draw? They drew with Southampton as well. Southampton are just the masters of stopping teams that are scoring a lot of goals.
Big teams. But
so yeah, I do think West Ham have looked good, but I don't think they're going to get.
They're not much without Antonio, I don't think, because they need a clinical striker up front that can score. I think. Well, Antonio was there.
Antonio's been really good, but he is injury prone. Yeah, and I do think he
and red card prone apparently.
That was a stupid challenge. I don't know what he was doing, but he's been on great form. FPL managers loving him everywhere. Is he in your team?
Yes, he is, obviously.
He was in my team. I transferred him out Hwang Hee-chan for last week, and then he almost scored against Brighton, but he didn't.
He's got Leeds.
Decent.
Got Leeds coming
Antonio up. This week.
Yeah, on his return. I'm waiting for the fantasy points to come in.
I mean, your team is looking awful, mate. You got Trent and Ayling in the starting 11 who are both injured.
He's ill. He can play. He'll be recovered.
He'll have COVID, but he doesn't have COVID.
I know. He'll be recovered.
What is his problem, Trent?
I have no clue. He just got sent home before the game against.
Just got a cough then.
I don't know.
Cold.
He had to go home. I think it's because probably showed symptoms or something. But it would have probably been in the news if he's actually got COVID.
Yeah, obviously, mate.
Obviously.
It's the biggest discussion point of why players are out at the moment. Also, obviously, big part of Arsenal struggles.
Yeah.
It's our next topic. I was going to go back to other things, but yeah, Arsenal.
They're just Arsenal, aren't they?
We discussed them briefly when because they've obviously got Tottenham this weekend.
It's going to be a good game.
It will certainly be a good game. I wish we were covering on here, but we're not doing tips up just yet. We will be back with that.
Soon.
Not in the not too far distant future.
Probably about 2 years.
Don't know if that makes sense, but yes.
Probably about 2 years.
Probably about 2 weeks. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, I was told 2 years.
Yeah. So we will be back to TFC Live shortly, hopefully for the Liverpool versus Man City game. Because we've got a Liverpool fan here. We couldn't get a Man City fan.
There's not many of them.
The stadium can't, so it would be tough for us too.
But are you Arteta in or Arteta out? Obviously, as a Chelsea fan, you're probably.
I'm Arteta in.
Yeah, me too.
Very funny to watch.
If you're an Arsenal fan, you'd be Arteta out, 100%.
Yeah, he's not good enough.
No.
But then it's the question of who do you bring in? Conte's not interested. That's out the window. All the Arsenal fans saying, bring Conte. Conte does not even know who Arsenal are.
He fruit pronouns.
Trust the process.
Trust the process.
The pronouns.
Trust the process. The process is managing to score 1 goal against the bottom 2 teams.
That's Arteta's thing, isn't it? An Arsenal fans thing. Trust the process.
Yeah, they were literally celebrating a 1-0 win against Norwich and Burnley.
I know. Well, it's their first 2 goals.
They're being battered 5-0.
West Brom.
Being battered 5-0 against City.
Yeah, they even looked poor in that Norwich game. Norwich had a lot of chances they should have tucked away. And the Burnley game as well.
Pukki's not good enough.
They just had 1 free kick and they were lucky. I know I said earlier Arsenal could spring a surprise.
I hate you so much.
But
he's put live VAR Paul. Mate, it was a handball off the line.
Yeah. Anyway, Arsenal didn't look good. Still don't look good. Tottenham looked good at the start, but neither team can score. We did say 1-1, but now looking, I don't know, 0-0 could be.
For Tottenham,
very feisty dark.
I reckon that's where Kane is going to find his first goal against that Tottenham back four.
against the Tottenham back four. That would be interesting.
No,
Kane back heels in his own net.
The Arsenal back four. Because they got like.
Is it a back four or is it a back three? I can't remember what they play. Oh, they played a back four against Burnley. My sources are telling me.
They got their new Tomiyasu Donny at right back. Ben White, the absolute masterclass of a signing. Then Ramsdale in goal, who got almost gave. Oh, he did give away a penalty, didn't he?
He's taken over from Leno now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Interesting choice.
Yeah. How much they spent on him? 60 mil or something, wasn't it?
On Ramsdale?
Well, I'm tripping, aren't I?
No, about 25 or something.
Oh, who'd they spend 60 on? Oh, Ben White or something.
Ben White was 50, yeah.
50, same thing.
Still a ridiculous amount of money for Ben White.
Ex-Brighton man.
60, same thing.
Right, shush, okay.
Ben White is an excellent centre-back. And I think he's being clowned on quite a lot. And it's very harsh. If he'd gone to Chelsea or City or United...
He wouldn't be playing.
I think he'd be playing. And I think there'd be a lot more... I think he'd be a lot more respected. I think because he's gone Arsenal and it's 50 mil... and everyone wants to banter Arsenal. I think that's why it's being looked at as a ridiculous signing. But he is a very good player. He certainly shores up the Arsenal defence from David Luiz and that.
Yeah, I mean...
Tomiyasu's a fun signing as well. I like him.
David Luiz was an absolute baller, though. You have to...
And he rejected Tottenham, Tomiyasu.
He was going to go to Chelsea... Oh, wait, I'm talking about Luiz. Chelsea, Arsenal, if he went to Tottenham. 3 London clubs. Yeah. Then he's going to go to West Ham soon.
The biggest snake possible. He's going West Ham. Don's playing Flamengo, I believe.
Flamingo? That's an animal if I've ever heard of it.
It's a Brazilian team. It's either Botafogo or Flamengo, however they say it.
Oh, he is Brazilian, isn't he? So that's
Luiz, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, he's about 35 now, isn't he? Well old. Anyway,
he got good hair.
Arsenal struggles. They are awful. Arteta's awful.
Can you do number 7?
Just have fun. Arteta's awful. Arsenal are awful.
Arteta in.
But it is fun to watch. So we will forever
Arteta in.
Be Arteta in.
Especially when they play Liverpool. Keep him in there. We're going to do our famous 3 goals against them.
Play. Yeah.
Right, let's go on to the next one.
Forgot next. Can Liverpool mount a
Can Liverpool mount a Yes, we're winning the league. It's no doubt. We're the best team in the league.
I don't think Liverpool are in the shout.
Who's in the shout above them?
Chelsea,
don't even say Chelsea.
United, mate.
We drew with you. That means we're on the same terms as you.
You got very lucky.
It was a handball off the line. I don't want to be hearing it.
It's ridiculous.
He swung his eye. Yes, let's not start this.
Sure. Red card. No.
Mate, we can make a 3-hour video
on
this.
In my opinion.
See, penalty, sure, you used a mental penalty, so it was a goal. So I don't want to be hit.
Yeah, but if we had 11 men on the pitch, we would have probably scored another.
You would have had 9 men behind the ball at every time.
Well, we had to. We were man down.
Yeah, but
do what you got to do to win the game.
Fantasy football update. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
Yeah, you kind of interrupted us there, Hazard.
Yeah, we're talking about Liverpool, mate. Come on. Producer sacked already. We're going to need a new one of them.
I can press the buttons. Alright, anyway, we're going to win the league. There's no doubt about it. We're the best team in the league. We've got Jota, Salah, and Mane. Mane just got 100, amazing. But Salah gonna get 100 Premier League goals soon, amazing. Jota just in amazing form. Portuguese Ronaldo.
One word: AFCON.
Yeah, that's gonna be a.
There's gonna be a whole month, including games against Chelsea and I believe City, where Liverpool will not have Mane or Salah. Arsenal definitely won't have.
It's fine. Do you know why? Firmino's going to be back. Firmino,
Jota.
Shaqiri's gone.
Minamino, mate.
Yeah, Minamino. If he can find form, he's back from loan, isn't he?
Who?
Minamino. He was at Southampton.
He's definitely not at Southampton.
Yeah, so he's back from loan.
Back. He could have gone somewhere though. I don't know if he's been sold or what's.
I wouldn't be surprised. We need Shaqiri. Oh, we got Origi on the right wing.
It's mental they let Shaqiri go without replacing him. But I do think Liverpool will bring someone in.
But I mean, the FSG isn't giving us much to work with, so.
Yeah, but they're going to need a winger without Mane or Salah.
We got Origi. Corner taker quickly. We can just play no wingers.
Yeah.
4-1, different formation. Get the back four same. Hendo.
Or I could see them bringing in someone like Todd Camwell.
Yeah.
Someone like
if Harvey Sarr. How long do AFCON?
It's about a month. It's throughout January.
Shoot.
It's from about the 7th of Jan to.
How are we playing Chelsea in that then? Because we literally just played them like couple weeks ago.
Exactly. So it'll be the second half of the season.
Already?
That's how it works.
How many
January's ages away, mate. It's now September.
I tried to look at what.
We've got October, November.
You just said it's in a week.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. This recording's going to show you said a week or a month. You said one of them.
I said it was going to be a month. That's how long AFCON is.
Oh!
Start next week.
Oh, I thought you said that's... It's fine, trust me. We're going to... January transfer window. Bring in someone.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to bring in someone like Cantwell or Sarr to combat...
Maybe Harvey Elliott will be back if he gets a speedy recovery.
Time. Yes. But then you've got to find another one for the midfield. It's going to be a very weak squad during that time because you'll have no subs to bring on.
But we're just going to have to play Chelsea style against Liverpool, 9 behind the ball at one time.
But Chelsea will be without Edouard Mendy.
Oh, who are you going to play? Kepa!
Kepa was sensational against Tottenham. Don't not diss that man. And you'll obviously be without Matip as well.
But it is Tottenham.
And Keita.
We have Kanate, Van Dijk. We'll be fine at centre back.
He's kind of qualified. I don't know who's qualified, but I'm fairly sure you'll be missing all of them.
We got Robertson still. But I mean, just give us.
You'll have a midfield three of Milner, the Ox, and Henderson.
Don't diss Milner.
Thiago's still there.
Yeah, he's injured right now, but.
Yeah, and Fabinho.
Oh yes.
So it's not an awful midfield.
Forgot about him.
But you will be very weak.
Yeah, but I still think we'll. That's only a month though, because other big teams will be losing big players.
Man City will be without Mahrez.
They don't have anyone anyway. I mean, with the Pep Roulette, he probably won't play anyway.
That's it. That's one winger.
One winger.
Who can be subbed out for another good winger.
You got Kepa in goal though, because if he goes back to
beast,
last season, Kepa. Yeah,
but he's got confidence now. Tuchel's congratulating him after every clean sheet. Hero of the Super Cup. I think with Tuchel's management, Kepa's back. And he would do well for Chelsea when we don't have Mendy. And if not, we have Bettinelli. So we're fine.
Willie Caballero.
He's not there anymore. Free at the end of last season, that's why we got Bettinelli.
That's why you're stinky.
Right.
Okay. But Liverpool are going to win the league. That's all I'm saying. Right.
Who else is missing? Tottenham.
No Sanchez.
Won't have.
Is Colombia in Africa?
No.
Okay, well they're not
missing. South America.
South Africa.
Not in South Africa.
Stop laughing.
So Tottenham will be without. I don't think anyone will be missing.
I mean, they don't really need anyone missing. They're still gonna lose, aren't they?
Yeah. Arsenal will be without Pepe.
Oh wow,
that's an advantage.
Aubameyang, he's from Africa. Gabon,
yeah. I don't know if they've qualified though to the AFCON.
Probably haven't.
It's not just everyone. And
Mkhitaryan's not there anymore.
Mkhitaryan plays for Armenia, who I believe are in Europe. No. Armenia isn't in Roma.
He plays for the club Roma.
I think he does, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty smart.
With Jose Mourinho.
And Spinazzola.
We might have sold him. I can't remember. I think
Spinazzola?
No, Spinazzola's still there. I think Mkhitaryan might have been sold.
Not another one.
But yeah, and then who else haven't mentioned? United, who will be missing. No one off the top of my head.
Varane, no.
He's French, mate.
That's Eric Bailly.
Eric Bailly will be missing.
Isn't he from Ireland?
Ivory Coast, mate.
Same flag. You put the two flags there, they're the same. You can't tell me they're not.
I don't think they are. They're different shades in a different way round.
Well, I'm colourblind.
You got to have flags anyway.
Okay, I know the England flag. And the Liverpool flag. This is not Liverpool.
It's Barca and it's not a flag, it's a badge.
Right, can we do 7 now?
We'll have fun.
Well, it's the only thing that's left.
Anyone doesn't know what to talk about, we have a little list of things we're going to discuss.
Well, we've kind of... We have a reason there.
Put, have fun.
Number 8.
Challenge. What do you mean by that?
Challenge.
You can speak, by the way, producer, if you want to tell us something important. Oh, can Liverpool mount a title challenge? We didn't actually say that. I'm going to say... Well, wait,
yes, we can. We're winning. We're winning it!
Okay, I don't think their squad is good enough. Starting 11 is good enough to compete. A squad, though, the fact that we're missing both Mane and Salah for a month, I think will hurt them massively.
Nah, we're good with that one. We're fine. We're going to have Haaland by then. Haaland.
Definitely won't, but yeah.
Mbappe. Bellingham. Come on.
No, because Mbappe's going Real on a free. We already know that's
okay,
happening.
But what about Bellingham?
Bellingham's going Chelsea, mate.
And Origi. Origi!
You're not going to be signing Bellingham to play up front during the January transfer window.
No, but if we do that, we can put Fabinho up front. The bald man. Get some head on some stuff.
That's how it works. But
we can just get a load. We can give Ronaldo a trial.
They could end up signing someone. Or even like Sané. or something like that.
Yeah, wasn't there like a deal going between like Werner for Sane?
Sane and Werner for at least be a swap deal, which I don't mind too much. I think that's a decent.
Do you want him at the club? Are you one in or one out?
I like Werner. I want Werner to stay.
But with the form he's in, he needs to find his form.
If Bayern want to give us 100 mil, hand him over.
100 mil? They're not get. You got 100.
Beast, mate.
How much you get Lukaku for?
97.
Then you're getting 3 mil for Werner, who hasn't scored in 3 decades.
If they give us Sane plus 40 for Werner,
I think Sane. Then you have to give them money to take Werner. I think that's good.
They don't have a striker. But they've got Lewa, but Lewa's not signed a new contract.
Lewandowski.
They won't have a keeper. They don't have a striker. So and Nagelsmann really wants Werner. So I think we can drive that price high. He's German, so for the Bundesliga he will be a homegrown talent, which helps for registrations, especially with buying so many foreign talents. Mind you, they do have a lot of Germans, so can't really diss them on that one. But yeah,
Bellingham.
They're not going to play on the wing.
He's going to come to Liverpool.
Pointless for January, but I do think he will. Bellingham is a fantastic player. I do think he needs another year at Dortmund.
Nah, I think.
Haaland's been there 3, mate. Imagine Bellingham with another 2 years under his belt.
Yeah, but you get another 2 at Liverpool. That's all he needs. Come to Liverpool. Are we going to do
another 2 years development at Dortmund? He'll then be worth quite a lot of money. You just getting out of the league. Yeah,
because number 8.
Yeah, but in terms of players they could sign, Cantwell, Ismail Sarr, there's definitely options. I think they'll bring in someone in January, even if they're not fantastic. They're going to bring in someone who will be happy to sit on the bench once the players are back. Similar to when they did with Van Dijk's injury. They brought in people like Kabak and
he's not
whoever the other one does. Whoever the other one was.
Kabak. No,
Davies or something, wasn't it?
No, the one from Tottenham. Oh, it was a Tottenham previous.
Not Ben Davies.
No, I don't even know. It's for his first name, Ben.
That's the other one, yeah. The Preston guys could also be Ben Davies.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But yeah, they'll do something similar to that. Bring in some wingers, and then they'll be sorted. Are you scrolling through the? So you're 201st in the TFC. It's a weird transition, but we're now going in to our fantasy league. Would you be able to edit in some pictures here, producer?
I don't know if
producer's editing in some pictures.
Well,
have you gone right to the bottom?
Because there's 755 people.
There is quite a few people,
and I am 200.
Thanks to everyone who's joined. If you haven't joined already, it's a bit late, but you feel free to join. You have to go to our Instagram. There's a post about it. You'll find it easy. You are 201st in the league.
It's pretty good.
That's decent.
It's the
Let me get mine up. I'm pretty sure I'm in the 400s.
So right now, the top 3...
we'll ignore that.
The top 3
Who are they?
is Partin Parix 11, who's on 399 points.
We've got some absolute sweats.
Second is No Pressure 11 on 409 points, and then he's 1 point behind first, who is FC Elmo. I think he's been top for the whole time.
He's an absolute beast.
410
He's only a point clear though.
Yeah, I mean that team is pretty good.
Let me find my ranking. I'm 443rd in my own league.
Where's the producer? Do we know the producers?
He's behind me.
How bad you guys? How bad are you guys?
I know that Zach Drayton, my son equals Yo Father is his team name. He's in 4th now. He was first for quite a while.
My son equals your father.
Yeah, he was decent.
You got Ramsdale in goal. Is he alright?
Yeah, that's probably why he's struggling now. To be fair, he's a cheap keeper. But yeah, what's your team for this week then?
Me?
What are you going for?
Alright, so let's compare.
Have you made your transfer?
Yes. I
You
bought a keeper.
Oh, tasty.
I've bought in Fabianski.
They've got Leeds.
Yeah, they're Leeds.
They usually score goals, don't they?
Leeds, then Brentford, then Everton.
Let me have a look.
I had the Brentford keeper in goal, who's up next to Liverpool.
Leeds have scored in every game apart from Liverpool.
Yeah, but I think West Ham.
Even when they lost 5-1 to United, they scored.
Yeah, but I think who you got in goal?
My keepers are Robert Sanchez from Brighton, and I've also got Raya from Brentford.
Right.
He's got Liverpool this week.
Yeah,
so
look at his.
Sanchez is there. Are you looking at what?
His next games are. That's why I started taking him out.
Yeah, I know.
Liverpool, West Ham,
Chelsea. But I used my transfer to to get rid of... What did I do? I brought in Rudiger.
Really?
Gotta do it.
My back... I'm playing 3-4-3. My back three is Trent...
I got out Reguilon and brought in Rudiger. So that was my...
My back three is Trent, Duffy and Ayling.
Duffy, Ayling. Who's your premiums? What have you got? You've got
Salah
and Ronaldo.
Yeah.
So you're not going for all three then?
No.
A three.
I've balanced out the team, and I've got people that can come off the bench.
So I've got Salah, Ronaldo, and Lukaku as my premiums. They're the big players. They give me the big points. I've also got Greenwood, who scored a lot towards the start of the season. I've got Fornals and Benrahma, Benrahma's key to having a good
but
season.
Your bench is all 4 mils, basically.
I've got a lot of cheap defenders. Livramento, Duffy, they both cost 4.1 and 4.2.
Trent count as a premium.
Trent is a premium for a defender. That is a ridiculous amount of money to spend on a defender. That's why I think he's not worth it. But yeah, we've got... What's the producer?
Oh, he's checking his fantasy thing.
Oh, where is he? 550. He's 100 places behind, 110 places behind me. I'm not embarrassed about that.
He's about 300 places behind me. I'm just too good. But I got this midfield. It's
350 places behind you.
Oh, jeez. The attacking people, I've got Salah, Jota, Benrahma, and
Jota's a good
Greenwood.
shout. Eduard, I've noticed is on
Do you
there.
have Bruno in there?
I do not have Bruno. I did have Bruno, but brought in Ronaldo.
The second best Portuguese.
What is our producer? I don't know.
He's got it on his knees. And then the front three is Antonio.
If you want to see our full teams, we're on. You're gonna have to join the league and scroll through a lot.
Or you can just like.
Oh yeah.
Puppet Joe.
Mr. Producer. Yeah. Hang on. Here, it's on your screen now. That's my team.
And then my team is.
It's gonna change now. So
Whoa.
his fantasy team. That's good. That's decent.
If he can do
fantasy teams are there. If they're not there, we look like plums. But they should be there.
New
see our teams.
ref.
What are we doing?
Hullet.
Yes. There's a ref making history this weekend. We'll finish on that. That's a decent thing to
I don't know anything about it, to be fair, but.
Okay, well.
I know who it is. It's Gillett.
There's a bloke called Gillett. Am I pronouncing that right? Is it Gillett?
He's making history at the Chelsea City game.
Gillett will be the first overseas official, because they've all been British before. He's Australian, so we're not pushing the waters too far.
Vampire Barbie. That was a terrible accent.
Perfect accent.
That was so bad.
I think you are part Australian after that one, but
part English. I'm mainly Australian.
Nice. But there was 6 refs brought from the championship. 4 refs, not 6. And this is the first one to actually play. Yep.
Mate, he's losing the head. We've been here too long.
It's taken it so long. But yeah, he's the first one to ref a Prem game. It's good to see them have new refs, because all the Prem refs are completely useless.
Oh, who's that guy that managed the Chelsea-Liverpool game? Absolute legend.
Anthony Taylor.
Oh, yes! That ball there, I just want to smack it.
That's the problem. Bald refs and Chelsea do not mix.
And Mike Dean.
Exactly,
Mike Dean.
The guy from the Barca-Chelsea semi-final in 2009, whatever it was.
Still holding garages from 10 years ago.
That was disgraceful. That was the Drogba, this is a disgrace moment. That was brilliant. So, but yeah, Jared Gillett will be refereeing.
Sounds like a fish.
What, fillet?
Yeah.
A fillet of fish. Jared Gillett of fish. Nice. He'll be mad. Because you've moved your chair.
I haven't actually.
Hang on. Yeah, no, I'm so cool. But yeah, he'll be doing Watford versus Newcastle.
Mental.
The Gillett of fish. And yeah.
Right. Oh.
It's match week 6 this week. Big games. Well, there's Chelsea City. Score prediction.
Oh, we're doing predictions?
Sure, we'll do some.
Chelsea 1, City 2.
Whoa!
I think this is the time where Chelsea lose and Liverpool go top.
2-0 Chelsea.
Bold. I reckon
Chelsea do not concede goals.
there's going to be an own goal here from Chelsea.
Chelsea do not concede goals. They've not conceded a single goal from open play. The only one was the penalty against Liverpool.
Right. Who are you going for? Man United, Villa.
Are we doing all the games? Okay.
Yeah, we might as well. We need to drag out the time of this video, don't we?
Excellent. I'll just have to copy these down and put them in the Insta post at the end of the week. But yes, United Villa.
We got a Villa fan back there.
2-2. 2-2. That's a bold one.
I'm going 4-1 Man
But
United.
I'm kind of praying United got points.
4-1 United.
For my fantasy, I won
Ronaldo hat-trick.
double.
Ronaldo hat-trick.
Okay, 3-3 now. Ronaldo hat-trick with Greenwood getting all the assists.
Well, I mean, I hope so.
And
for
then
fantasy.
I don't have any Villa players, but
I do.
means
I don't.
who've you got?
I got rid of Ings. Norwich Everton, good game. Everton gonna absolutely bottle it. Norwich 4, Everton 0.
You know what? Norwich
1, Everton 0.
2, Everton 1. I think Decore will score for Everton, and then Pookie and Zolis
He doesn't play for Norwich.
Salah plays for Watford. Scored against Norwich. We've got Arsenal, Tottenham, the big one. We've already done predictions at the show for it, but
Have we?
kind of.
I don't remember what I said.
I think we changed. We did it at the start.
Oh, I said Tottenham
we
was
did it
gonna
at the
win.
end. We changed it both times. What are you saying?
I
now?
said Arsenal's gonna win. That's what I said. So I'm going trust the process.
Trust the process. Mikel Arteta masterclass.
2-0 Arsenal. Connor's gonna be buzzing.
I'm going 0-0.
Harry Kane. Harry Kane's gonna score 2 in his own net just to get the confidence up. And then
the confidence up.
that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling it because Arsenal are on their run. The run don't ends at 2. Whose run ends at 2? Like nobody's. If it does, you're just weird.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Norwich 1-0, Burnley 1-0, Arsenal against Tottenham 2-0.
Ooh, yeah. All right, we've done some. Okay,
Do one more.
Brentford, Liverpool as well. 3-0 Brentford.
Hey, you're actually capping my driller.
I'm gonna go.
It was more football, didn't? But yeah, I am. Sorry. Got a message saying, "Are you coming home?" Liverpool are gonna win 4-1. 4-0. 4-0. 4-0. Actually, it's gonna be one of those games where the other team that's not expected to win is gonna score quite a few, but Liverpool's.
I'm gonna go 0-0.
I'm going 4-3. I think it's gonna be a
I
good
think
game.
Brentford are really good at not conceding. I'm actually 1-1. I'm gonna go 1 all.
4-3. 4-3.
Brentford don't concede many. Ivan Toney's gonna score, and then go from there.
Well, Liverpool are going to win the league, so they're obviously going to win that game. I've already told you that multiple times. Chelsea finishing second, Liverpool first, and that's what you need to know. Wait, I have my predictions on here actually.
Have you done them all?
Well, so I went on this website thing. You put in the scores, and it calculates the table.
Oh, by the end of the season.
Yeah.
Who did you actually go for?
Chelsea is top. So
decent length. What have we got? Chelsea and then Chelsea 100 points.
Yeah.
Then Liverpool, Leicester. That's big. Then United. Then City in Europa League football and Villa in 6th. Would you take that? We've got a Villa fan producer. He would. Okay. Well done. Fair play.
Approx 4.
Brentford above Tottenham and Arsenal.
Yeah.
I think you got caught. Did you do this straight after the Brentford Arsenal game?
No, I did this before the Brentford Arsenal game. I predicted.
That's an even worse.
Why?
Because Brentford are top. Okay.
Yeah.
If Brentford finish top of Tottenham and Arsenal, then fair play.
Prox
What have you put now?
Okay, we can do 10 minutes. 5 minutes.
No, solid. I think I'm happy with that.
What about the relegation zone first?
You've put Southampton, Norwich, Burnley.
Norwich aren't
Not
finishing
for me.
bottom for once.
Southampton do not concede goals.
Who do you think is going to get
Southampton
relegated?
staying up. I want Norwich to stay up because I'm a Norwich fan. So
man's in everything, but he's got an inner shirt on. He's a Chelsea fan and he's a Norwich fan and he's born in Ipswich. Hey, I just shouldn't have said that, should I?
Nah, it's fine. They're not gonna find us,
But
mate.
he doesn't live in Ipswich, by the way, guys.
I was born there, now live in Yemen.
No, he actually.
Looking
I thought it was Ghana.
It is, yeah. No, you're wrong. You're right.
With Koulibaly. Right. Anyway,
Koulibaly.
why am I being called? I'm busy. I'm on the TFC show.
Tell you, is that your girlfriend again?
No.
Jesus Christ.
Goodbye.
He's from
Oh. Right, guys.
That's a great place.
This is the end of the first episode, I think. Well, my first episode. Oh, look. It's the end of the first episode. I think I've done pretty well, considering I was pooing myself before this. But
Are you that excited?
yeah, no, nervous. But, that's fine. Right, do you want an outro, or do you want me to... Because I'm...
Sure. Thank you all for watching. What was that?
Mine are cool.
Mackenzie didn't.
Mine are cool.
This has been a very good first episode. Very fun.
Right.
You've got...
I'm being spam called.
Go. Probably get going. But yes, thank you all for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Leave a like if you're not, and if you're new. And
Hope you guys
check out
like-
the Insta
Hope you guys
and
like
the
me.
website, thefootballchat.com. Comment down below.
Comments.
Your thoughts on everything we've mentioned in this podcast.
Do you guys like me?
And whether you like him. If you don't like him, we can replace him.
Please like.
Please like.
Please like me.
But yeah, thank you all for watching, and goodbye. Salah.